All right, welcome everybody to Biochemistry and Society, which online version, which is BioCH 110ZA. And so this is a one semester biochemistry course that's mostly designed for non-biochemistry majors, a lot of times just non-science majors. So you can get some experience into science in general and biochemistry in particular, and see how that sort of influences your lives and can provide you some good information on biological systems, which we all are. And so that's sort of important to know. Anyway, so this is just a short introduction where I'll go over the syllabus so that we're all on the same page for the entire semester. And so who am I? Well, my name is David Meekins. I'm an instructor here at Kansas State University. I got my PhD in molecular and cellular biochemistry in 2014 from the University of Kentucky. And so I have 12 years experience basically working in the biomedical biochemical research industry. So I did actual research for 12 years. And then for the past 2 years, it says year here, but for the past 2 years, I switched to become a teacher. So I'm very passionate about education and biochemistry in particular and how it relates to our lives and everything. And so I've enjoyed that quite a bit, but I'm relatively new at this. So any feedback is welcome. So I'm the only instructor for this course. You might have some TAs grading a few of your assignments here and there, but for the most part, I'm going to be your only contact. And so this is my email, dmeekins@ksu.edu. You can email me directly or you can contact me through the Canvas. So I'm here in the Department of Biochemistry and Molecular Biophysics here at Kansas State. And so I do have an office on campus, Burt Hall 203. And so if you need to discuss anything, you can always email me. We can set up a Zoom call, or you can come to the office and we can discuss in person. That's totally fine. So what are the course goals and learning outcomes? The point of this course is just to have fun and to learn things. That's basically it. And so this course will provide information regarding the role of biochemistry in society in general and your everyday life. So biochemistry is a topic that intimidates and scares a lot of people, but it is very complicated. But if you break it down to its essence, it's not that complicated. It's within anybody's grasp to understand some basic biochemistry. And there's all sorts of different ways that that information can help your life as well as help you understand the societies in which you live. And so the goals for this course is to provide a really basic introduction to the field of biochemistry. Biochemistry, it's kind of like learning a new language. And so you just need to spend a little bit of time and then it'll sort of make sense. And then it'll stay with you for the rest of your life. We're going to explore how biological molecules, so the chemistry of that actually does influence your everyday life for both individuals and society. And then how the requirements that biological species, like the biological organisms like ourselves, need for biochemistry, how that influence sort of history as well. And so the point of this course isn't to make you memorize anything, like anything at all. The point of this course is to get you to learn a little bit about something that you haven't known about, to learn a bit about, to appreciate curiosity about learning things that you haven't thought about before, and also to promote critical thinking in terms of wondering how sort of this information can benefit me in this other sort of situation, and how to assess situations critically from a lot of different angles and stuff like that. So it really is just trying to get you to think about this sort of stuff. And so really, we just want to initiate thought about biochemistry. We're not expecting you to be experts or anything, but I am expecting you to sort of share your own thoughts and all sorts of things. So we're not emphasizing learning facts, more like stoking your curiosity and exploring different ideas. And so the instructional approach for this course is very, very regimented. There's 15 lectures, 15 chapters. You got one thing to do a week, basically. You have like a few things to do a week, but one lecture each week. And so there's pre-recorded lectures for each of those available on Canvas. So these sort of correspond to a textbook that was written previously for this course, but not always at all. And so if you have any questions about anything, I'm always available to talk to you about this sort of stuff. So if you have any questions, please let me know. There's an optional textbook, and so it was written by Dr. John Tomich, who just recently retired from Kansas State. And so you can order this textbook through the bookstore or directly from the publisher. And so the instructions on how to get it through the publisher are online. You do not need to buy this textbook at all, but if you want to, you totally can. I'll also try and put other resources for like, interesting books that you might want to read if you want to spend your money that way, that are appropriate for your level. Sort of popular science books, I think, would be best for this course. And so I'll put that information out there. But anyway, there's the information. It's in your syllabus if you want to buy the book. So grading's very straightforward and again, very regimented. So there are 15 lectures in this course. So there's 15 lectures, one for each week. If you watch all those lectures, you get 10 points. If you watch the lecture, you get 10 points. That's 30% of your grade. It's 150 points. Each week, there's also a quiz associated with each lecture. And so that's also 10 points. And so there's 150 points from that. And then there's an assignment. Usually it's like writing a small essay or something, which you have to do in your own words and everything. And so that is also 10 points. And so that'll be every week. So there's an opportunity to get 30 points every week for every lecture. There are also 2 exams, one midterm exam and one final exam. And those are take-home exams. Don't worry too much about them, but those are 25 points each. And so that's 50 points. So there's a total of 500 points in the whole course. Is that adding up right? Yeah, I think so. Anyway, yeah, it is. And so anyway, the grading system's a normal grading system. Above a 90 is an A, above an 80 is a B, above a 70 is a C, above a 60 is a D, and below that is an F. I have no plans on curving this course. It's very easy to get an A in this course as long as you keep up with the work. So how do these break down? So 10 points each week comes from lecture viewing. So I can check on MediaSite whether you watched a lecture or not. If you watch at least 75% of the lecture, you get the full 10 points. If you only watched like half of it, I'll dock like half the points. And so you'll either get lowered points or no points at all if you don't watch at least 75% of the lecture. If there's an issue where you're like, I've been watching it and I didn't get points for it, talk to me and we can sort of troubleshoot what's going on there. That has happened, but it's not often. Quizzes. There are quizzes every week. So it's a 10-point quiz. You get 2 chances to do each quiz, but you have to submit your final quiz before the end of the due date. Otherwise, whatever you have written down there will be tested or counted. You can have those quizzes open while you're watching the lecture. That's not a problem at all. It's open book. It's open everything. And so you can do that to answer these. So you get 2 attempts, but you have to submit them by the final due date. And one of those quizzes will be due basically every Sunday throughout the rest of the semester. And then the other thing is the topic assignment. So for each topic, each week, each lecture, each week, there will be an assignment where normally you'll have to write between like 500 and 700 words or 300 to 500 words. And so you'll submit that directly through Canvas. I will grade them, me or a TA will grade them, and we'll get you points for them. These have to be in your own words and written by you. Do not have a computer write them for you. That's just lazy and silly and a waste of everybody's time and money. It's a waste of your time. You're not learning anything. It's a waste of my time. I'm reading a computer's words. That's not what I'm interested in reading. I want you to basically, what I want for these topics assignments is I'll give you an assignment. I want you to think about the topic, research the topic a bit, and then write down whatever I'm asking. So in your own words. I do want you to put some effort into it. I want complete sentences, and you should try and make it somewhat pleasant to read. Don't have like run-on sentences and stuff like that. Basically, it should be an essay that's worthy of a university level student. And so we'll sort of establish what that means over the semester and stuff. So I'll try to give you feedback on those. But mostly I want to know your ideas, what you think about the topic, and I want it in your own words. So really, imagine that I give you a topic on like potatoes or something. Well, you can watch 3 videos or like read a few little articles about potatoes and then write what you learned basically from your head. So I don't want you copying it and I don't want a computer writing it for you. That's just, again, it's just a waste of everybody's time. Sorry, I'll get off that topic now. And then exams. So there will be a midterm exam and a final exam. And so these will be just like those assignments, kind of, but a bit more so. These are also take home, and you can use other resources. Do not just, I've had people like plagiarize my slides for me before. Don't do that. Like, that's insane. Anyway, I have no patience for plagiarism whatsoever. I'm kind of good at finding when people are plagiarizing stuff. And so just be careful. Put it in your own words. Again, I'm not expecting anyone to be an expert on anything. I just want to learn what you learned, and or have you explain me a topic like I've never heard of it before or something like that. That's sort of how this course is outlined. But again, if I find any evidence of plagiarism, I have zero tolerance for that. I'll give you an automatic 0, and I very well may report it to student services, and you can get an XF for the course, which means you fail the course because of an honor code violation or a ethics violation. That did not look good on your transcript, so don't do that. Later missing assignments. So if you have some sort of family emergency or a sickness or something where you can't make a deadline, let me know as soon as possible, and we'll figure out a plan to get it turned in. If you're turning in stuff late, I won't accept it, or I'll dock significant points, like every day, half credit sort of situation. And so really, everyone can get an A in this class. You just have to keep up with those deadlines. And if you're having trouble, let me know as soon as possible, and we'll come up with a plan. I'm happy to sort of do this. I want you to learn. I'm not trying to like teach you life lessons about meeting deadlines or anything. You do need to learn those in life, but that's not my job. My job is to sort of, teach you about all sorts of cool stuff. And so, yeah, so make sure that you get your stuff in on time. I'm kind of a stickler for that. I have a lot of students. There's no way I can make this work if I'm letting everybody turn everything in whenever they want. I can't do that. And so, but if there's an issue, let me know. And so what you can expect from me is that you paid good money for this course. I'm going to be available to you. So if you have any questions, problems, concern, anything, reach out as soon as possible, and I will get back to you as soon as I possibly can. Sometimes I'll maybe have a bunch of stuff going on and I can't get to you immediately. So give me 24 hours. But if I haven't gotten back to you in 24 hours, please email me again, because maybe it got lost in the shuffle or something. On the weekend, give me a little bit more notice. I may have to go out of town or something. And so if you email me on a Friday night, I might not be able to get back to you until Monday morning or something. But I'll mostly get back to you like as soon as I possibly can. I work all the time. I'm a workaholic. And so this is what I do. And so what I can expect of you is basically just to try to learn stuff. That's all I'm asking you to do, is to learn something. That's why you're here. There's no other reason to go to university other than to learn stuff. And so expect to spend between 5 and 10 hours a week with the course. Log into Canvas frequently, because I make announcements. And if you're like, well, I didn't see the announcement on Canvas, I'm like, well, that's your responsibility to see it on Canvas. I can't knock on your door and be like, did you check your Canvas? Check your Canvas. And then if you have any questions or concerns or issues or anything, I expect you to let me know. So the course schedule, it's posted online basically. And so every week we'll have a different lecture and a different topic. So for this first week, the lecture is called Biochemistry and Society. If you have the book, you can read this chapter. It sort of correlates to it. And so you'll have to watch that lecture, you'll have to do a quiz, and you'll have to do the assignment. Week 2, lecture, quiz, assignment. Week 3, lecture, quiz, assignment. It's very well regimented. And so these are the topics we're going to talk about. They're all really useful, really interesting. Your midterm exam will be due right before spring break. And then your final exam will be due finals week. And so that's that. There is other information in the syllabus that you're responsible for knowing, but I'm not going to go through it right now. So things like technology, if you're running into technical issues, I'm not a technical computer person at all. There's kind of little I can do to troubleshoot. But if you're having an issue, let me know, and then let IT know. And so those are on there: classroom conduct, academic honesty, students with disabilities, copyright, academic freedom, and then the AI policy. So all that information is on the syllabus. Please take a look very quickly. You're responsible for knowing that information. And so you're also responsible for making sure that you can get on Canvas and that it works and everything like that. I think it's a really interesting course. I'm very passionate about this. We all learned from the COVID-19 pandemic caused by the SARS-CoV-2 virus that everyone, no matter who you are and your background, everyone can benefit from learning more about how biological systems work. You are a biological system and you interact with biological systems all day, every day, and you will for the rest of your life. And so we're going to sort of learn all about that sort of stuff. I'm trying to make this course as interesting and useful for you as possible. So I hope that you get a lot out of it. And if you have any questions, let me know. So I hope you enjoy it. I'm really looking forward to this semester and interacting with all of you. And so I hope you have a good time. So thank you very much.